In the not-so-distant future, the Gunpla battle...
This is the coming!
Let's do this!
This is the coming!
Hello. Was chilling.
Here we go!
This is the last skill-based achievement I have left. The rest is just menus. How you enjoying the game, Power Flood?
Nice! Let's keep it going!
Whenever you pay me back, it'll just go towards Final Fantasy 16. I'm not too worried about it. I know you wanted to reimburse me, but good. It happens. That's good. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to play this game. Exactly what I did.
A mini boss, huh? Can't wait! I won't stay down. Let's go!
Yeah, do the first couple missions on standard and then do the rest on hardcore, and that's how I got through the game so quick. That's how I beat it and did like most of the challenging content in like under 20 hours. There's no real reason to play on standard, except at the end when the HP scaling gets a little excessive.
Easy. Can someone heal me? Please?
I'm gonna have to mute the mic for a second. The cats are fighting. Really annoying. They always do this right when I decide to stream. They start doing it. Very annoying.
This is the mission coming!
Ready to rock!
You think we can take it?
Oh, yikes! Back in business!
That should do it. Watch my back. Let's go.
Stay down. Let's go!
Heads up! Here comes the enemy ace! Back in the fight!
Alright, sorry for the muted mic. Sometimes the cats here get into little fights. I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Let's do
They
the
don't
next
really
one.
hurt each other. They just make a lot of growling noises. I don't want people to think the cats are being abused or anything. They're actually quite happy right now, but I had to mute the mic until they mediated themselves. So, if you guys are enjoying the gameplay,
Oh man,
really
here they
enjoying my
come.
new build. No, it doesn't. I like that this game is just run around and kill stuff. That's what I play the game for. Unpopular opinion, but I'm not a big fan of variety in these games.
I can't take much more. Oh, come on! This is impossible! Oh, come on! This is impossible!
Every time they put variety in a game like this, people just complain that it's not going and through and killing stuff. So,
I can't take much more!
same song and dance with every game. You want variety, and they give you variety, and then people are like, wait, I don't actually like doing that. I just want to kill stuff. And which one is it? I'm not saying you're like that. I'm not saying you're like that, but
I can't take much more!
a lot of people like don't actually know what they want when they play an action game. I want variety. I'm like, no, you don't. You really want to have a stealth mission or an escort mission, or have to go carry eggs like Monster Hunter. It's like, no, you don't actually want that. You think you want it, but then when it actually happens, everyone hates it. Same thing all the time. There's a 25% cooldown CDR. The variety in this game is the limitless customization. That's what the variety is. I also feel like the reason why this is designed like a forgotten or lost PSP game is because of the combo meter system. They don't want you to get lost trying to find stuff to chain things together. I really do think that's a big reason why. A lot of people aren't really thinking like that though. They're like, oh, the game is cheap and it doesn't have variety. That's not entirely what it is. I really think they cut out the levels because the combo system is such a big source of your power, and they don't want it to end up. I've been through this in a lot of games. Streets of Rage 4 is a good example. You try to keep the combo up, and sometimes the enemies just kind of decide that they don't want to fight you anymore, and you lose your combo, and it's no fault of your own. I think they're really trying to avoid that situation. A lot of people aren't really thinking about it from like the scoring standpoint. That's a big problem in like Streets of Rage 4 is sometimes you just lose your combo because the enemies decide to go zone out into space and not fight you, and you can't get over there fast enough. I think that was a big part of what they were trying to prevent. Can't expect people to think about things from a game design standpoint though. People are always really quick to say the game developers are lazy. They're not lazy. Sometimes there's a reason why things are designed the way they are. This combo system in this game would be garbage if you actually had to explore the levels. Because then it would be like Streets 4. Spend a lot of time like trying to optimize keeping the combo going.
Hey, the shield is down. Let's hit the monolith.
The maps in Gundam Breaker 3 were very repetitive anyway. Everything was in the same spot every time. I'm glad that they just trimmed the fat, honestly. As somebody who played that game, I actually think it's a good thing. Going through the same level over and over, and the only thing that's different is what enemies spawn. It's not great either.
No point in attacking now.
I don't know why people want that back. It's just like Kingdom Hearts 2. Another thing about this game is it has to be designed so that whatever abomination robot you create, you have to be able to get through it. And that's part of the reason why they can't have variety as well. They make everything a mostly flat room with like light elevation. It doesn't matter what you put on your character. You can always get through it. It's like why Kingdom Hearts 2 is basically just hallway level design. Because regardless of whatever form you're in, you have to be able to get through it. And that like greatly limited what they could do with level design. I think Melee is actually better. Pretty close though. Just run with everyone you like. Trying out Melee right now. Finish the rest of the game.
Could someone give me a hand? That was too much. I'm down.
How did they take me down?
That was too much. I'm down. Thanks. I owe you one. Yeah. Bullseye.
Hey, shield is down. Let's hit the monolith. Huh. The monolith's shielded. Focus on those enemies.
You know what really points this out? This observation I'm making about people that complain about no variety. This is a mission objective that was in the third game. And once people found out that it was back, what did they start doing? They start complaining. I'm like, alright then, don't ask for variety. I'm giving you variety right here. You got your variety right here. Everybody's complaining about it. I'm like, well then maybe they should just keep doing hallway level design. That was what made DMC5 great. That was the best thing about that game. Yeah, no more puzzles. You want to play through this game 6 times, hey, you don't got to do puzzles anymore. Just fight stuff. And there were still like good things and challenges to find too. It's just you didn't have to waste time doing a puzzle that you already know the solution to. Skip that part. We've seen so many complaints about this monolith mission. It's like, well, you guys are incessantly complaining about no variety. Here's your variety. You don't actually want variety. You like the idea of variety. You don't actually want to do it. There's a difference.
Oh, come on! This is impossible!
I don't know, it bothers me. Play a game about fighting stuff and you don't actually want to fight stuff.
This is impossible!
Maybe you should find a different game to play.
Oh man!
The game is just like an arcade game with grinding, which is cool. It's got the scoring system and everything,
They got me!
combo meter.
Oh man! They got me!
People want variety in action games until it's actually time to do it. And then they don't want it anymore. No, wait, I don't actually want variety. I just want a flat room to kill shit in. It's like, well, they gave that to you. They gave that to you in DMC5, Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 3 is also another example of this phenomenon, because Kingdom Hearts 3 has a lot of forced mini-games and stuff, and they don't really have, like, a place where you can just fight. You have to download a mod for that. And like playing that game multiple times is kind of a pain because it's the opposite of Kingdom Hearts 2, which is just hallway level design. You know, you wanna dance with Rapunzel every time you play that game? Well, guess what? You have to. Because people complained about variety. That stuff is interesting the first time, but like the game should be able to maintain your interest without gimmicks. Because as exciting as the gimmicks might be the first time, if the game is designed to be played more than once, that shit gets old real fast. I think another example of this is people that hate the new God of War games because there's so much more talking and forced walking sections and cutscenes you can't skip. It's like, yeah, they're going for people that only want to play for the story, and the gameplay greatly suffers because of that. You can't skip the cutscenes on the first playthrough, and then they also have like nonsensical game design, like having puzzles, but then the NPCs just give you the solution if you get stuck for like more than 2 minutes. So it's like, why don't you just have hallway level design at that point? Like, the game is designed in a way where you can't get frustrated and you'll see the credits no matter what, because they're trying to appeal to such a large audience. They don't want people to get stuck and return it or anything, or ask for a refund.
This is the mission coming!
Then, like, aren't the puzzles pointless if you just tell me the solution right away? Like, they literally serve no purpose. That was a big thing when God of War Ragnarok came out. There were a bunch of videos about how, like, you don't even really get time to think about the solution. It just tells you. I was just laughing at those videos because, like, on one hand, you know, puzzles can be very obtuse and frustrating, and not everybody really likes puzzles. Some people really like them. Like, most people just want to get to the next story beat. So, like, having a hint system is good, but you should be able to turn it off. Not like, you know, you're looking at the puzzle and trying to figure out the solution, and the NPC just tells you, like, there's no point to have the puzzle then. It's useless to have it. It's not even breaking up the action because the game tells you the solution before you can even really get frustrated.
A mini-boss, huh? Can't wait! Bullseye! Hit him hard! Yikes! Yeah!
Resident Evil puzzles in like Resident Evil 2 felt really out of place. Like, why does this puzzle, why do these puzzles exist in a police station? They seem like they would fit more in like an ancient temple or something. What the hell are they doing in that police station? Yeah, puzzles in the early, like, tank control Resident Evil were pretty good. It just didn't make much sense. You have a lot of suspension of disbelief.
This one looks tough!
That still makes no sense. That still makes no sense. Why does a police station have all that crazy puzzles and stuff? It's like a JRPG final boss dungeon, but it's supposed to be like a regular police station. You start thinking about it from the lens of reality, it makes no sense. But they are good puzzles. I'll give it that. Felt like they would be more fit better in like you know, RPG, Final Fantasy Tales, that kind of thing.
Stay down. Let's go!
How you guys liking the style play? I'm kind of practicing right now. This build's working pretty good. I'm having a lot of fun.
Here it comes! Gotcha! I won't stay down. Let's go! Bullseye!
Oh, they take me down! They took me down!
move!
Finally, a real battle!
Back in business! I won't stay down. Let's go! I can't take much more! Ta! I can't take much more! Oh, come on! This is impossible! Got you! I can't take much more! Got you! I can't take much more! Yeah! Oh, come on! This is impossible! Oh, come on! This is impossible! I can't take much more!
Leave it to me!
Oh, come on! This is impossible! I can't take much more! Oh, come on! This is impossible! Mission cleared!
Look how I keep saying this is impossible. I'm like, dude, I have an invincible character. It's not impossible. You gotta build your bot right, dude. You suck at gaming. He's more cut out to be a clickbait YouTuber who says the game is impossible, but he actually just sucks balls at it. That's pretty much what he should be. He should not be playing this game. He's got his work cut out for him. He's got the dream job. They say the game is impossible, and then the footage is all him being bad at the game. And you get like 500,000 views a video for doing that and become a millionaire. That's what he should be doing. He should not be playing this game. He's got the wrong idea. Money on the table. People like watching that. This is impossible. That's like the only thing that he says. He's getting his ass beat like the entire level. Maybe you need to change your build, man. Still rocking newbie gear. Starting to think the veterans, the protagonists that you play as in Gundam Breaker games are like, not actually like god gamers. They're just the only ones that are competent. Because the people you play with, the NPCs you play with in this game are terrible at video games.
This is the mission coming!
Actively horrible at them. They're actively terrible at games. Nothing wrong with being terrible at games, but it's definitely annoying when he keeps saying that. I'm like, dude, you suck. Reevaluate your build.
Ready to rock!
final boss is like a game developer, apparently.
You can take it?
Unamizu is a legend. The guy was around for the golden age of Capcom. I don't know, Capcom might actually be making a big comeback
We're in the groove.
now that they're working with SNK again. All the actions they're taking heavily implied that there's going to be a CVS 3. That's pretty exciting. Squash their beef. We're getting the CVS games back. Terry's in SF6 in a few weeks. Pretty interesting stuff. Didn't really think they would
Strong
start
enemy
doing that
incoming.
again, but
Watch out.
Capcom Fighting All-Star. That game looked cool, man. I remember being a teenager and being like really excited for that. The footage that leaked on the internet was back in like 2002. Never happened. I think it'll be good to do a CVS 3 just because last time they collabed together, I felt like it was very one-sided in Capcom's favor, and it wasn't really because of competition, just because the Neo Geo was just so old at that point. The sprites in SBC Chaos are like awesome, but it definitely looks a lot worse than CVS 2. Now that we don't have arcade hardware being a problem anymore. It'll be cool to see what they do. SBC Chaos was like 2 years later. A whole lot of nothing, and then SBC Chaos kind of just appeared and wasn't anywhere near as popular. Aging hardware, terrible balancing. The coolest thing about it was the boss characters, but the boss characters were completely busted, so the game was in a weird spot where most of the characters people wanted to play were the boss characters, but they felt like they were more really designed for competitive play. So like the most interesting part about the game was not balanced properly. Kind of a mess. The CVS 3 won't have that problem. It's just going to be on consoles and maybe some like limited arcade release. You know, Steam Deck I'm playing this game on right now can run like pretty much every modern fighting game just fine. So that won't be a problem either. Well, the bankruptcy was part of it, yeah, but they were SNK Playmore by that point, and it was still the same problem with just the hardware was fucking ancient. I mean, in the Neo Geo's credit, I don't want to discredit the Neo Geo because it was cutting edge for like 10 years, but by the time like KOF like 2001 came around, it was becoming very apparent that their hardware was holding them back. Right around the time that consoles caught up with arcades.
Could someone give me a hand? That was too much. I'm down.
Okay, next one.
The bankruptcy was just funny because KOF 2001, despite my account being named after a character in that game is a piece of shit. I remember when that game came out. The only cool thing about it was the character that my YouTube channel is named after. The only good thing about that game.
Guys, if we work together.
Ignis was cool too. Like the two redeeming qualities of that game were just two characters. The music took a massive dump. It was a broken mess. Backgrounds were worse. Just actively worse than pre-bankruptcy SNK. And the same thing with Metal Slug 4. That game was such a huge downgrade from 3 every way. Barely made any new sprites. was mostly just, felt like a fan game. And you guys came back to make this? Like, shouldn't have bothered coming back. Legit. You got KOF 2001 and then Metal Slug 4, like, very close to each other, and you didn't have to be a massive gaming nerd to, like, realize, like, hey, this is a massive drop in quality. It's, like, so much worse than the previous installments in every way. A couple cool things about those games, but not enough to really carry it. Metal Slug 3 is like this huge, massive set piece of like the aliens and Morden's army coming together, and then you just end up in Metal Slug 4, you're just fighting the soldiers again, and like almost all the sprites are recycled, so visually it's not even interesting. Like, thematically it's way less interesting too. The same sprites, and like it doesn't really feel like it's an actual evolution from 3. Yeah, I'm surprised they brought things back a bit with KOF 2002 and 2003, which did some new things. 2003 is actually a really fun game. It's busted, but it's fun. And it was doing something different with a tired formula, so I think it deserves credit for that. They didn't really play it safe, although financially they had every reason to. They did start trying new things. The Metal Slug 4 felt like a fan game, you know, like an open BOR game. It's like, it's got a lot of heart to it. It doesn't play completely terribly, but like, just because of all the recycled sprites and stuff, it doesn't really feel like a professional product. It's like almost everything in the game was an old sprite, like repurposed or recolored. I think even the bosses, some of them are just like various pieces of previous bosses. Just kind of glued them together. Three had a lot of new sprites. It had an insane amount of new sprites. It had a lot of new stuff. It was a really big game. The problem with Metal Slug 3 is variety-wise, it just doesn't make sense how they designed it, because they have all the paths, but like the end of the game is the same. I feel like stuff like Streets of Rage 3 on a much weaker hardware did that kind of thing way better. Or like the path that you took actually changed the ending, but like Metal Slug 3's design is really strange because the last level is like half the length of the game. I don't know why they designed it like that. I guess from a business standpoint, they were barely even able to get that game out the door, but I still think they could have used those assets in different ways and made it have like some kind of impact on how the game ended, but it was a nice innovation, but I just don't think it was done very well, because the length of the game is pretty much the same, regardless of which path you take. There's been other arcade-style games that have done that better, like Mayhem Brawler, Streets of Rage 3, stuff like that. Guardian Heroes is another one. But like the choices that you made felt like more impactful because it wasn't just the same final boss every time. Well, Metal Slug 2 shouldn't even exist. Metal Slug 2 might as well not even exist. They went scorched earth on that real quick because the frame rate was abysmal. I actually think some of the backgrounds and stuff look better in Metal Slug 2, but the game is like unplayable. The Neo Geo can barely run a Metal Slug game as it is, but then 2 ran even worse. It's like struggling to run. Mega choppy. I don't know why they released that game in that state. It's kind of like modern AAA games now. The game is like completely buggy and broken. It runs like garbage or it stutters constantly. It's like, you're really expecting people to pay $70 for this and not complain? They're gonna raise the price of games $10. They should fucking run like an actual product of that price. Because there's like indie games I can play that are like $15, $20 that don't have those problems. It's a real hard sell. Metal Slug 2 was a pioneer. Releasing something buggy, broken, and half done, and being surprised when people don't like it.
This is the mission desk.
OG broken product from a big company. Well, the thing about recycling in Metal Slug, a lot of that was because the basic generic soldier has like more frames of animation and more personality than like most like playable characters in pixel art games. So instead of changing the sprite every time, they just added more onto it. But 4 was just really bad because it had like barely anything new. It felt like a retread of 3, but like without all the cool stuff. You're just fighting the soldiers again, and like not even the bosses are new. They're all recycled. Hard to get really excited for something like that, where it's just clear that it had no money, the pixel artists were gone. Kind of things that should mean that the series should end, but it didn't. It kept going like a zombified corpse. Speaking of which, I kind of want to start playing Metal Slug Awakening. The game actually doesn't seem that bad. think the art style, despite cheaping out and going 3D, it looks pretty nice when you're actually in an instance, when you're in gameplay. The models outside of gameplay look rough, but when you're in normal gameplay, it actually looks pretty nice. I don't know what the monetization is in that game, though. I'll have to ask some people, like, how pay to win is it? If it's like super pay to win, I'll either be free to play or probably only like buy like the whatever the $5 thing is equivalent for that game. I thought Metal Slug 6 was pretty good, but I felt like the gameplay changes came too late. Like, they should have made the characters not just skins, like, back in, like, Metal Slug 2. But that actually added a lot to the game. 7, also known as Double X, was also pretty solid, too. They added a lot to it, even though it still had the problem of, like, barely any new assets. But, like, those games are moving it forward. I think the main reason they stopped is just because there's no way to get around, like, you know, this pixel art is legendary, and we don't have people to do it anymore. It's like, we'll take that 3D Metal Slug that no one liked and didn't even get released over here. That was kind of like the Hail Mary. I don't think splitting Metal Slug 3's final level into 2 parts would have solved the problem. It's just that, like, taking the path should have had some impact on your playthrough, but it kind of doesn't really. The same outcome regardless. Alright, we're gonna try something new really quick, and then I gotta bounce. It's getting late. I bought this with a donation. Got a $20 donation a couple days ago, so I spent it on this. Let's try this out. I might stream some more Gundam tonight. We'll see. Oh, this is an M2 joint. Hell yeah. You guys want to see the best walking sprites? You see the best walk cycle in video game history? It's not Treasure Master, it's Simon Belmont in this game. This is the best walk cycle of all time. Best worst walk cycle. I don't know how they got the approval on the walk cycle in this game. It's really bad. Look at him, man. He looks like he's got to take a fat shit. Look at the way he walks. I've legit walked like this before when I need to take a dump. Look at him, man. He's like, fuck saving my wife. I gotta find a toilet, man. That Taco Bell wants to come out, man. My bowels are crying. Horrible walk cycle. That's why people call this game Simon's Bathroom Quest. Take a fat dump. Yeah, you shouldn't have had that Taco Bell combo. That was a real mistake. There's no toilet in sight. Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah, he needs to find a toilet pronto. It's like that game has such good sprites, but then like you just can't help but laugh playing it because it totally looks like he's not really concerned about his wife. It's just he needs to find a toilet. Yeah, I think Simon Belmont in that game, the sense of urgency is like trying to not shit his pants, not find his wife. I do think that's the more pressing matter, because Dracula doesn't kill his women. I think he actually treats them relatively well. Yeah, needing to take a shit is more of a problem. How do I change the magic seal? That's what I don't know, because they like change that. They changed that in this version. You can change how you do the magic seal. I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's just automatic. Yeah, they changed the magic seal so you don't have to use the touchscreen anymore. Which is one of the biggest complaints about this game is this is pretty much a launch window DS game, so the common consensus is that Konami got strong-armed by Nintendo to force the touchscreen on the game. Which didn't make much sense to me, because like the biggest thing about this game was having the map on the second screen was huge. If you're lost and you haven't played the game before, unlike, I've played this game multiple times, having the map right there was huge. That was more than enough to sell the console, but for some reason they thought that making you do a stylus QTE was good design. And I think what's worse is that never once at any point does this game convey to you that, like, hey, you have forever to start the first part of the QTE. When you kill the boss and the QTE comes up, you can legit, like, leave it there for an hour. It's when you actually put your finger or your stylus on the screen that the timer goes down. So that's what really makes people frustrated, is they think they need to scramble. I remember doing that on my first playthrough of this, like, 19 years ago. I would, like, scramble to get the stylus out and fuck it up. It's just stupid design. It's a lot less frustrating when you realize you have infinite time until you make contact with the touchscreen. But the way of fixing it in this was, instead of removing it entirely, you can still use the touchscreen, but it basically just turns it into like a God of War QTE, which, I don't know, it's not the best solution, but I'll take it. I was just curious if you had to, like, actually set it, but I guess you don't have to. Anyway, I gotta go, folks. That'll probably be the secondary stream game for a while. What else I got here? We'll check out Dragon is Dead on Kittysitting streams next time it gets an update. I'll definitely play some Streets of Rage X some more. Shadow of the Ninja I haven't touched yet. Maybe tomorrow's stream we'll do that. Ember Knights I haven't cleared yet, too. Yeah, I'm gonna go, folks. I might see you guys later tonight, but no promises.